This video is not intended to inspire any conflicts. It is provided solely for informational purposes, including all content and images. Military Forces of Malaysia, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more in-depth military analyses. Hit the notification bell to stay updated on our latest videos. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Made by at Dev Data Planet YouTube channel 2025. 4.1 billion budget active duty, 115,000 personnel tanks, approximately 74 tanks Air Force, approximately 110 aircraft Malaysia ranks. 42 out of 145 in the Global Firepower Index. Introduction. The Malaysian Armed Forces, Angkatan Tentera Malaysia, ATM, is the military organization responsible for defending Malaysia's sovereignty, territorial integrity, and strategic interests. Comprising the Malaysian Army, Tentera Darat Malaysia, TDM, Royal Malaysian Navy, Tentera Laut Diraja Malaysia, TLDM, and Royal Malaysian Air Force, Tentera Udara Diraja Malaysia, TUDM, the ATM operates under the Ministry of Defense with the Yang di-Pertuan Agong, King of Malaysia, as Supreme Commander. As of September 10, 2025, Malaysia ranks 42nd globally in military power, balancing modernization with budget constraints and focusing on territorial defense, disaster response, and peacekeeping. This report details the ATM's structure, capabilities, and strategic role, drawing on reliable sources. Historical context. The ATM traces its roots to military units formed under British colonial rule, including the Penang Volunteer Rifle, 1861, and Malay States Volunteer Rifles, 1915 to 1936. The modern Malaysian Army emerged with the Malay Regiment Bill of 1933, forming the first experimental Malay company. Post-independence in 1957, the ATM unified to counter the Communist Party of Malaya during the Malayan Emergency, 1948 to 1960. The 1963 formation of Malaysia, incorporating Sabah and Sarawak, expanded its role to address regional threats, such as the 2000 Sipadan kidnappings and Indonesia's Konfrontasi, 1963 to 1966. Modernization accelerated in the 1990s, but was slowed by the 1997 Asian financial crisis. Recent efforts focus on maritime security in the South China Sea and peacekeeping under UN mandates. Manpower. Total personnel, approximately 115,000 active personnel. Army, approximately 80,000. Navy, approximately 18,000. Air Force, approximately 17,000. Reserves, approximately 50,000, including paramilitary units. Conscription, none. Voluntary service with a minimum age of 17 years and 6 months, with parental consent. Mandatory retirement at 60. Foreign personnel, limited to foreign trainers, e.g. US, Australia, for joint exercises like Bersama Warrior and Karat. Reach, approximately 640,000 reaching military age annually. Rank, 29 out of 145 globally. Land power. Structure, organized into 5 divisions, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th Divisions, Peninsular Malaysia, under Western Field Army Headquarters, and 1st and 5th Divisions, Sabah and Sarawak, under Eastern Field Army Headquarters. Independent units include the 21st Special Service Group, GGK, 10th Parachute Brigade, and 2 Army Aviation Regiments. Corps include Royal Malay Regiment, 27 battalions, Royal Intelligence Corps, Royal Logistics Corps, Royal Medical Corps, and Royal Ordnance Corps. Equipment, approximately 74 tanks, PT-91 Meben Pendekar, approximately 900 armored vehicles, DefTech AV-8 Gempita, AV-4 Lipanbara, approximately 200 artillery pieces, Astros 2 MLRs, G5 Mk3, and anti-tank missiles, Metis M Eriks. Locally produced vehicles include West Star GKM-1/M2. Capabilities: focuses on territorial defense, counterinsurgency, e.g. Malayan emergency, and border security, for example, Ops Pasir in Sabah. The 19th Battalion Royal Malay Regiment, MEC, supported U.S. forces in Somalia, 1993 Battle of Mogadishu. AIR Power, Structure. Royal Malaysian Air Force, TUDM, operates squadrons for fighters, transport, helicopters, and UAVs, with bases like Butterworth and Kuantan. Aircraft: approximately 110 aircraft, including 18 Su-30 MKM flankers, 8 FA-18D Hornets, 13 Hawk 208s, 4 A-400M transports, and 12 EC-725 helicopters. UAVs include ScanEagle and Aludra Mk1/Mk2. Capabilities: limited air superiority but strong in ground support and maritime patrol. Modernization is constrained by budget. Potential acquisitions include light combat aircraft, e.g. Tejas, FA-50. Naval Power. Structure: Royal Malaysian Navy, TLDM, operates 2 fleets, Lumut and Kota Kinabalu, with units like Pascal, Naval Special Forces, and a submarine force. Fleet: approximately 60 vessels, including 2 Scorpène-class submarines, 4 littoral combat ships, Maharaja Leila-class, 4 Kedah-class corvettes, and 18 patrol vessels, equipped with Exocet MM-40 and NSM missiles. Capabilities: focused on maritime security in the Strait of Malacca and South China Sea, with submarines enhancing deterrence. Participates in counter-piracy and joint exercises, e.g. Carrot 2024. Missile Defense Systems: Starstreak and Journus Air Defense Systems, Exocet MM-40, and Naval Strike Missiles, NSM. No offensive ballistic missiles. Capabilities: adequate for coastal and air defense, with a focus on protecting maritime trade routes. Defense spending. Budget: approximately $4.1 billion, 1.1% of GDP in 2025, down from 1.4% in 2025-2016, reflecting fiscal constraints post-1997 crisis. Minus procurement, sources include France, Scorpène submarines, Turkey, littoral combat ships, and the U.S. FA-18S. Domestic firms like Deftech produce AV-8 Gempita and AV-4 Lipenbara. Modernization. National defense policy emphasizes local production and countering low-intensity conflicts, e.g. Sabah kidnappings. Strategic alliances. United States, key partner via Bersama Warrior and Carrot exercises, with U.S. support for maritime domain awareness. 5 Power Defense Arrangements, FPDA, with Australia, New Zealand, Singapore, and the UK, ensuring regional defense coordination. ASEAN participates in ADMM and joint exercises, maintaining neutrality in South China Sea disputes. Others, training ties with Turkey, France, and China for submarine maintenance. Domestic defense industry. Key players: Deftech, Mildef International Technologies, West Star Defense Industries, and Sapura produce vehicles, electronics, and UAVs. Bowstead Heavy Industries builds naval vessels. Goal: enhance self-reliance per national defense policy, with firms like AROD and ATSC servicing aircraft, e.g. C-130, Su-30 MKM. Strategic role. The ATM serves multiple roles: territorial defense, protects maritime borders and Sabah waters, countering piracy and territorial disputes, for example, South China Sea, Sipadan. Peacekeeping contributes to UN missions, e.g., UNIFIL in Lebanon, MONUSCO in Congo, with 18 personnel lost historically. Deployed medical teams to Pakistan, 2001, 2005, and Aceh, 2004. Disaster response supports flood and tsunami relief, a constitutional priority. Counterterrorism, National Special Operations Force, 2016, includes GGK, PASKAL, PASKAU, and police units to combat terrorism. Challenges, weaknesses, aging air fleet, limited blue water naval capacity, and budget constraints slowing modernization. Regional tensions. South China Sea disputes with China and piracy threats require enhanced naval capabilities. Criticism. Social media notes reliance on imported arms and limited combat experience, though peacekeeping and disaster response are praised. Conclusion. As of September 2025, the Malaysian Armed Forces, with approximately 115,000 active personnel and a $4.1 billion budget, rank 42nd globally, excelling in manpower and peacekeeping but constrained by fiscal limitations and aging equipment. The Army, Navy, and Air Force, supported by domestic firms like DefTech and alliances with the U.S., FPDA, and ASEAN, focus on territorial defense, maritime security, and UN missions. Modernization via PT-91M tanks, Scorpan submarines, and Su-30 MKM jets continues. But budget constraints and regional tensions, e.g., South China Sea, pose challenges. The ATM's role in disaster response and counterterrorism enhances its regional significance. Thanks for watching. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more in-depth military analyses. Hit the notification bell to stay updated on our latest videos. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Made by @DevDataPlanet YouTube channel 2025.